off than they were in 1979. But what the honourable member is saying is that he would rather the poor were poorer, provided the rich were less rich. That way you will never create the wealth for better social services as we have. And what a policy! Yes, he would rather have the poor poorer, provided the rich were less rich. That is the Liberal policy. And we're very happy that we leave the United Kingdom in a very, very much better state than when we came here 11.5 years ago. Where there is discord, may we bring harmony. Where there is error, may we bring truth. Where there is doubt, may we bring faith. And where there is despair, may we bring hope. To those waiting with bated breath for that favourite media catchphrase, the U-turn, I have only one thing to say. U-turn if you want to. The ladies not for turning.
Be pleased to inform Her Majesty that the White Ensign flies alongside the Union Jack in South Georgia. God save the Queen.
What happens next, Mr. Nott?
Thank you very much.
What's your reaction,
Rejoice at that news and congratulate our forces and the Marines. Of course, the chairman or the president of the Commission, Mr. Delors, said at press conference the other day that he wanted the European Parliament to be the democratic body of the community, he wanted the Commission to be the executive, and he wanted the Council of Ministers to be the Senate. No, no, no. All levels of...
in South Georgia. God save the Queen.
What happens next, Mr. Nott?
Thank you very much.
What's your
Just
reaction,
rejoice at that news and congratulate our forces and the Marines.
Are we going to declare war on Argentina, Mrs. Thatcher?
Yes, the Commission does want to increase its powers. Yes, it is a non-elected body, and I do not want the Commission to increase its powers against this House. So, of course, we are differing. Of course, the chairman or the president of the Commission, Mr. Delors, said at press conference the other day that he wanted the European Parliament to be the democratic body of the community. He wanted the Commission to be the executive, and he wanted the Council of Ministers to be the Senate. No, no, no. Because we on this side have never flinched from difficult decisions, that this House and this country can have confidence in this government today.
Now, it was not thought right to go regularly to the cinema, but we could go and see good films.
And who decided? Who decided who were the good films that
well,
you
the
could see?
parents decided on the reviews, etc. But there were clearly good films and not so good. But I was absolutely delighted and thrilled when Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers films were dubbed as good films, because the music and dancing was superb. But we'd not go more than about once a month. That was a great treat. In those days, you had a treat.
But
and it was lovely. But my father had a marvellous brain, but had not had the education. And I have a great theory that parents try to give their children very much what they themselves felt they lacked. And my father's lack was formal education. So he read and read and read and gave us as much education and serious life as possible.
But did he allow you, I mean, you've talked about the cinema, did he allow fun within the four walls of the home? Were you allowed fun? And were you also allowed, was it a loving household? It sounds
yes, it was very much where we all talked together. I think one of the things that television has unfortunately done is stopped a lot of conversation and discussion between parents and children. You must remember that with your own children, because those are the memories that remain. But you would have a children's party. We all went to parties, and there were very good tea, very good spread laid out. You play the children's games. That was our fun. Or you went to church social occasions.
When I've met your daughter Carol, she's talked about you often and with great affection, Lady Thatcher. Was there that same affection between you and your own mother?
I think we took rather a lot for granted. And I come to the conclusion that you do take too much of what your parents do for you for granted. And when you fully realize you've had children of your own and brought them up, you just long to say thank you to your own parents for what they did for you, the sacrifices they made.
Do you feel that you did that while she was alive? Did you have
the
chance
No, I didn't say thank you enough. And I'm sure most of us don't, because they were very hard times. People sometimes say to me, look, you had a... to see the life my mother led. She was everything. She was a very good dressmaker, she was a very good cook, she helped in the shop, she went and helped with the Methodist Church. She was in the shop when my father went to be chairman of the finance committee of the council, and we never had a deficit when he was chairman of the finance committee. Never, never.
How odd that you should mention that. You were very, very close to your father. He, in a sense, he was unlucky enough to be voted off, and he was a man who certainly put duty first.
Yes.
And effectively, he was treated not dissimilarly from yourself. I would have thought that you perceived it as such.
Do you know, that occurred to me just at the time. He was an alderman, and an alderman was a senior member of the council who didn't have to get elected by the people, but the councillors put them on. And when the political complexion of our council changed to Labour, they voted my father off as an alderman. And because party politics weren't very much a part of local government in those times, many, many people were surprised and rather horrified. And I will never forget the scene which was reported in our local paper. As my father said, "In honour I took up this gown. In honour I lay it down," and quietly walked out. And that was very much, too, in my mind when something unexpected happened to me.
He stuck to his principles. You, I'm sure, would say that... You and he, to an extent, had to go. It was somebody else's turn.
Consensus doesn't give you really any direction in life. It's like mixing all the constituent ingredients together, but not necessarily coming out with a cake. You know, I didn't operate on consensus.
But isn't consensus what democracy is all about?
No, it is not. Democracy is quite different. Democracy is about the people being given a choice between clear policies on clear principles. So they have a lead, and they know what they're voting for, and then they choose. And so all my life I decided right from the first principles what politics was about, and Keith Joseph and I, we did those principles, as it were, and enlivened them up again, and policies flowed from them. So you go to the people, you don't say, look, I'm going to have consensus, I'm going to consult all of you. The people say, what do you believe in? What's your policy?
But
we want to know. You're a leader, and that's what we did.
Isn't that a recipe for discord? Because automatically somebody loses because they 100% disagree with you.
Yes, but if you only have consensus as some...
has fallen asleep in the peace of Christ, as we pause here on her journey, we entrust her with faith and hope.
you.